elbows bent, right? Only. Okay, actually, just me sitting here is changing the way you're doing it. That was easy. What are you doing differently? Do you have any idea what you're doing differently than you were a minute ago?
I think my hands are closer to my head.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's it. Because, well, so put them where they were before. Let's see. Okay, let's see how you do it. Yeah, that was, okay. Well, that's interesting. There's a lot of, no, go back where you were. Because, so what I was seeing is that, those are your clavicles, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so do it the way you were doing it. She says she took this whole thing as one piece, pretty much, which a lot of you are doing. So it doesn't matter how many times I say, and then you found it, putting the hands somewhere. But you see, this can go forward. You see that this is forward in space. This is back. I've been talking about it, but it doesn't matter. It's Greek until it's not Greek, right? That one side of the chest, this goes forward, this goes back. You do not have a plate across here. And I saw at least 10 people like that. So that's a third of the room. Oh, what do you think about that? Are you happier there?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, and it's what's interesting, and then here, you just let go a little bit if you can't. Ah, oh, that, your arm liked that, didn't it? Okay. So, oh, she's getting happy, but she's not quite happy yet. So now the last piece of it is, let's see, okay. So now, once this clavicle shoulder blade that we've been working with the whole week, really, once that gets free, Trish, and now you can move this part of your spine, isn't it? And you didn't, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
okay.
Didn't work before. That
didn't work before. Okay, and that's also connected to your right here. Now don't pick your head up. Now let's. How you doing with this? Are you good? Or it's too much attention?
It's all right.
We're almost done.
They're nice people.
They are. They're much nicer than.
Maybe another.
Okay, so now let's just go delicately. Because if I go really delicately there, you can feel your skeleton, right? So we'll just reduce the effort for a minute. And then once we start reducing the effort, maybe we forget about the audience a little bit. That's it. And then the breathing is free, as we've learned, and come back home. And then the breathing is free. And then the head just slides back. And you don't need to pick it up. No, leave it. Leave it passive. Bring your pelvis back. Come back along your diagonal. And the head moves by itself. Why work? Why work like that with the neck? It's just exhausting. Keep that free. All right, it's enough change for one demonstration, but you got it? Okay. Does anybody recognize themselves in some of that? Okay, because there's lots of heads that are just lying there on the floor as if they have no idea what's going on. So it's a very, this movement in a way is pure physics. That if this lever relates to this part of the skeleton at this angle, in this way, and the joints are free, the head can go back through the gap. Now, I mean, doesn't mean we have to get there. We don't have to be perfect, but I think, that it's really, I keep saying, it's here for a lot of people, that if that's not free, then the head doesn't get light. But once that gets free, and it's harder with both hands, of course. Now, I mean, if you put your favorite arm standing now. Yeah. Oh, pick one, anyone. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and just one side. Yeah, and the leg. And now, you see. The minute you get that leaning point over there, now your head is free, right? Yeah. Did you feel it became unweighted? Yeah. Okay. She wasn't going to, I don't know what you weren't going to do, but this lifts and this goes back, And you have a leaning point, which allows the head to be free. And now, this is easy as easy can be because your clavicle's going, oh, that's too good. That's your whole skeleton, huh?
Yeah.
All right, that's lovely. Yeah. Right.
What does that, like, I'm just curious to know, like, why do you do that? Like, why you didn't just verbally help that movement? I'm just curious to know, like, how that actually
Because it frees her
helps.
shoulder blade. It's if you do a movement like this,
Yep.
your shoulder blade goes backward. And as your shoulder blade goes backward, this whole side of the chest,
Yeah.
you see, now just, maybe I could pick on someone else. I don't know. No, I like you now. I don't want to start all over in a new relationship. But you see, just sit up for a second. Because I think this is important, even though, I mean, there's 150 lessons that have to do with the use of the arm. There are many, many. But it's also something I wanted to talk to you about this week. So we might as well. You see, everybody lift your arm and feel, okay, that's not it. Good. I couldn't wait. She's going to win 99% of the time, but I'm happy about that. Okay. She's very, okay. But what's not it? You don't know because you don't know what's not it. Okay. So so if you, first of all, you do a distal initiation and then eventually, and you lift your shoulder blade up. Okay. So lift your arm by take your shoulder blade backward to lift the arm. And downward. Take your shoulder blade downward to lift the arm. Now, how many people have that in their self-image as a way to move the arm? We don't know about it, do we? Help her do it.
I was dying to.
I know. Well, you guys are friends. Go ahead. You've been together. Okay. So it's important for her because she had some symptomology with these areas, right? And then once you take it down, what happens in the ribs underneath the shoulder blade? Does it move back there somehow? Yeah? Are you with me or are you in the dark? Huh? Okay. So now if you lie down and bend, and just one-sided, yeah. Oh, by the way, why is that so easy?
It likes you. I don't know.
Okay. All right, Margaret. So here, when I pull, it's first of all, it's a movement of her humerus in the shoulder blade, and it lifts the shoulder blade. And then if I push down, it's even, now you've got your whole skeleton. I push down a little bit on the shoulder blade, right? Okay. I think we'll have to do something in FI with it today a little bit, not in this position though. Now, what Margaret was doing with Joel the other day, but go slow. I don't know what, sometimes you come back to this series again later and we will have so deconstructed. I don't know what we'll leave for the next person, but all right. So yeah, that's okay. So here, if this lengthens and the hip joint lifts and this lengthens and the shoulder blade lifts, something here has to lift. This is the physics, right? Whether you want it or not. The middle has to lift whether you want it or not. And then once that gets free, then her head is free. Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I suppose you'd like to play around with yourself. Let's Excuse my way of saying that. Okay, so, yeah.
It's not very interesting. Can you do the bit where you touched her shoulder? Because I was on that side. I came over here to see it, and then you didn't do it again. I didn't see what you did when you were saying that you were moving the shoulder blade around, and I just wanted to see.
Just that very last
Just
thing.
yeah, just the last time you touched the shoulder blade, and then you didn't do. Yeah. Please.
Well, this is a movement. This is a movement of the distal part in the joint, right? That's movement of her humerus in her shoulder joint, one of them. And remember, there's two shoulder joints. There's one here and there's one here. So, and you guys aren't using this one enough yet. Yeah, that's what I mean. We started by just saying that if this clavicle lifts and you shift your weight, lift your hip too slowly, then you see there, that's her shoulder blade. You see how much sliding that is? Okay. You see she's getting so skeletal now. I mean, this is the method, right? When we get these connections through the skeleton, the muscles are organizing on the spot. I mean, there's no way you could get that much freedom in 5 minutes working just with muscles. You feel? Yeah. Like, where's your muscular restriction now? I'm not feeling it. No, it's just, you know, because the pathway of the bones is going to determine how the muscles use themselves. It's a big Feldenkrais idea, and I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful idea that the skeletal trajectory will define the use of the muscles instead of what some of you people have to learn. See, I was way too lazy to learn the agonist and then the antagonist and then the origin and then the insertion, and your psoas is tight, so you're a washout, and oh no, it's the piriformis now, and you have sciatic pain, it's here, right? It's just, oh, it's here. Do something here because my problem is here, right? But here, everything's going to change. How many muscles just changed? You do study muscles? Where's Joel? Hi, Joel. Good morning. How many muscles just changed for her to be able to do that? No, me neither. All right. But you see my point, right? Yeah. Okay, good. So I think, Trish, you shouldn't be the only one to get to change this morning. All right. So we done? But walk around, feel what you feel. All right. So let me talk you through. Let's go to the, we'll do the easy way first, and then we'll come back to both arms. So let's just see. Oh, okay. There's so much. I don't see how you were walking before, actually, but seems like the shoulder blades are pretty clear. Pardon? In the joint. And that space is usually obscured by a lot of muscular work. All right, yeah. You up for it? Let's go. Lie on your backs.